So, one of my favorite things about our DODL lesson plan is our engagement part. I just really enjoyed how it went and the different ideas that me and my partner came up, especially the discussion where we wanted to start off by, giving them the question, what would you do in this position? And it allows them to have a discussion with each other, which is really important, especially just because everyone has different opinions. And of course, as it goes on, everybody has different point of views. Some people might see something else, some might. Like, for example, for ours, we said, would you go to the north or would you stay in the south? Many said that they wanted to go west also. Not many people wanted to go to the north. And some people said they wanted to stay because, they're kind of guaranteed more life, which is true. And that is also why I really like um, the engagement, because you really just get different answers from everyone. Some people have the same answers as others. Some think of it in a more broad way of sense. Some some just think, like, for example, for this one, some thought staying in the South was best because of change. They didn't want change. They just wanted to be guaranteed life, even if it meant they had to work as a slave owner. Many people during our presentation said the West, because a lot of people wanted to discover new land. And with this, well, we created a T chart, which is also one of my favorite things from the DODL lesson plan, where we came up with a T chart for the push and pull factors. And on that push and pull factors, we had what many of the students would have said or have said in the presentation. Of course, we had dialogue of how we would respond to each student, and we wanted how we would respond and what other questions we would have to engage more in the conversation. We also had a YouTube video, which was pretty cool because the video really described more in depth what we were talking about. It also had more information of what happened during that time, what came out of it, and all the different situations going on. Also, I really liked our exploration because it's kind of, reminding the students that this information, this time period is crucial part of American history. Of course, everybody knows about, slaves and all that, but we wanted to go more in depth to allow people to know that this is important information. Why are we learning it today? And, how does it affect us today in any way? So that's also why I really liked it, because history, to me, history personally, I like history. And being able to just teach it and letting students know that what has happened in the past affects us right now. Surprisingly, whatever has happened affects us now. So that's also one thing that I really enjoyed, our exploration. Also, in our exploration, we had some firsthand experiences, excerpts from slaves that were part of this decision making in during this period of time. So I was able to find some where they were already written in their point of view, and even the language how they would talk back then, so students can be able to see, how language has also changed during the time period. And I thought all of them were really interesting, and they had a whole book about them. So of course, I looked through some of them, and a lot of them were really interesting. I did have to choose like two just to keep it short, but all the other ones are really interesting, and that's one thing that I did enjoy. And I did enjoy the ones we chose.